A grandmother in fuzzy slippers spray-painted my sheriff's cruiser at 6 in the morning for parking in my own damn driveway. Yeah, she wrote violation in big red letters like it was the final judgment from God himself on a government vehicle in front of my house. I wish I were joking. That was my first week living next door to Patricia Harrington, president of the Maple Hills HOA and full-time lunatic with a can of paint. Name's Marcus Thompson, youngest sheriff ever elected in Riverside County, 2 tours overseas, 15 years on the force. I thought I'd seen crazy. Then I moved to Maple Street. From the day I backed my cruiser into that driveway, Patricia decided I was public enemy number 1. Said my commercial vehicle was bringing down property values, like my badge was a weed in her perfect lawn. At first, I tried to play it cool, neighborly, but she'd show up at 3 a.m., measuring my car's distance from the curb with a ruler. I caught her whispering violations like spells under her breath. And I'm not exaggerating. She had bookmarks in her HOA rulebook, like it was the Bible. Section 15.3, 2A. Apparently, cops aren't allowed to sleep at home. I almost let it go until she plastered my entire cruiser in HOA violation stickers. Windshield, doors, mirrors. The whole thing looked like a kindergarten craft project. I told her, as calmly as I could, state law allows me to park here. HOA doesn't override the Constitution. Her face? Pure fury. Like I'd just keyed her soul. And that's when I knew. This wasn't about the car. It wasn't even about the rules. It was about control. Patricia didn't want a neighbor. She wanted subjects. So I made a decision. I took a selfie with the sticker-covered cruiser and posted it to the department's social page. Day 1 in Maple Hills, feeling the warm welcome. It blew up. Hundreds of comments from other officers, vets, folks stuck in HOA nightmares. Turned out Patricia had messed with the wrong guy. But she doubled down. Next day, she spray-painted violation in red across my cruiser. At dawn. Didn't even flinch when I walked out. She just smiled, waved the can like a trophy, and said, "Now, everyone will know you don't belong." And God help me, I laughed. I walked a full circle around my now graffitied car and said, "Patricia, this is art. You got real talent. Seriously, that O is perfectly round." That broke her. Her eye twitched. She screamed, "You're mocking me!" I said, "Not at all. Sign your masterpiece." She stormed off, but not before yelling, "You'll see." They all saw eventually, all being 3 of her dead ex-husbands. Yeah, the ones who mysteriously died after challenging her authority. Rumor had it, Patricia's soup was less Campbell's and more terminal. Now I had a real problem. I called in backup. My old mentor, Bobby. Retired detective, but sharp as ever. Bobby had been looking into Patricia's past, and he found something chilling. 3 men, dead, all linked to Patricia, all listed food poisoning as cause of death. But each of them had tried to get her removed from the HOA board before they died. Then came the tipping point. Sophia, my neighbor, caught Patricia sneaking into my yard with a ladder. This time she wasn't tagging my car. She was spray-painting "Get Out" on my windows, fence, and mailbox. She dropped her keys, and my audio system picked her up, saying, "Just a little in the coffee, and they go down like Harold did." Boom! Confession. I sent it to the FBI that night. But before agents could move in, Patricia escalated. She spray-painted the whole entrance gate of our community with "Welcome to my kingdom" in blood-red marine epoxy paint. Industrial stuff. EPA had to be called. She was losing it, and proud of it. The next morning, I had 20 cruisers parked around her house, all with banners saying, "Thanks for the paint job, Patricia," and "Legally parked, deal with it." It became a block party. Patricia lost her damn mind. But the final straw, she showed up to the emergency HOA meeting with a PowerPoint. 97 slides accusing me of crimes like breathing too loud and parking too straight. She called me a danger to uniform aesthetic compliance. That's when Bobby stood up, opened a folder, and said, "I have proof. 3 husbands, 1 poison, all her doing." Patricia snapped, grabbed a spray can from her purse, started painting "violation" on the projector, the American flag, even the snacks table. Slipped on her own paint, fell into a tray of cookies and screamed, "They're in violation too!" She was hauled out in cuffs, still kicking, still screaming, still threatening to start an HOA in prison. We thought it was over, until the scratch on my hand turned purple. Her ring had venom inside. Turns out, Patricia wasn't just a petty tyrant with a spray can. She was a full-blown psychopath, with a body count, a poison cabinet, and a hit list. Mine was circled in red. She's now in federal prison for 25 years. But rumor is, she started a prison HOA, issued her first violation last week for improperly folded sheets. So, who was really in the wrong here?